Right now, without you even having fully realized it yet, 11 very specific and very real opportunities are beginning to move in your direction. And by the time this video ends, you will know exactly what they are, how to recognize them when they arrive, and what you can do to make sure you do not let even one of them slip past you. This is not about vague hope or wishful thinking. This is about something concrete that is already in motion for Gemini right now, something that has been building beneath the surface of your daily life, gathering energy and direction, preparing to surface in ways that will surprise you and change you and open doors that you may not have even known existed. The universe has been doing something very deliberate with your energy lately, and the 11 opportunities we are about to walk through are the result of that deliberate work. Stay with this video all the way to the end because the final opportunity is the one that ties all the others together, and missing it would mean missing the full picture of what is actually available to you right now. Opportunity 1. The first unexpected opportunity approaching Gemini has to do with a connection, a person or perhaps a few people, who are about to enter your life in a way that you will not immediately recognize as significant. These are not loud, obvious arrivals. They are quiet ones. They are people who will appear in the margins of your ordinary days, in a conversation that begins casually, in a gathering that you almost did not attend, in a moment of small talk that unexpectedly stretches into something much longer and much more meaningful. And the reason this qualifies as an opportunity is that one of these quiet arrivals is going to open a door that you have been looking for without quite knowing what it looks like. For Gemini, connection has always been a source of energy and inspiration. You are a sign that genuinely thrives when the people in your life are interesting, when conversations go deep, when minds meet in that rare and electric way. What is approaching now is a connection, or perhaps more than one, that matches that high standard. Not just pleasant company, not just someone agreeable, but someone whose way of thinking genuinely challenges and expands yours. Someone who sees something in you that you have not yet fully seen in yourself, and whose presence makes you feel like a slightly better, slightly more awake version of the person you already are. The key to not missing this opportunity is to resist the urge to dismiss the unexpected. Your instinct when someone or something is not what you expected might be to move on quickly. Gemini can sometimes make swift assessments and move on before the real substance of something has had time to reveal itself. But this particular connection will reward patience. It will reward the willingness to linger a little longer than you might naturally, to ask one more question, to stay in the conversation just a bit past the point where you might normally exit. The depth is there. It just needs a little more time to surface. And when it does, you will feel it clearly, that unmistakable sense of recognition, of meeting someone who belongs in your story. This opportunity also carries within it the seed of something professional or creative, not just personal. The person or people approaching may carry knowledge, access, or perspective that proves directly useful to something you are working toward. Keep your mind open to the possibility that a new relationship and a new direction can arrive in the same package. Keep your heart open to being pleasantly surprised by someone you did not expect to matter as much as they will. The opportunity is real. The connection is coming. Your only job is to be present enough to notice it when it arrives. Opportunity 2. There is an opportunity approaching for Gemini in the area of creative expression. A window of time and circumstance that is opening up specifically to allow you to do something with a gift that has been sitting, largely unused, in a quiet corner of your life. This is not necessarily about becoming a professional artist or making a dramatic career change. It might be something smaller than that in its visible form while being enormous in its inner significance. It is the opportunity to stop telling yourself that the creative impulse you carry is a hobby, a distraction, something to get to later when other things are in order. Because the timing right now is not asking you to wait any longer. Gemini carries one of the most naturally creative energies in the entire zodiac. Your mind moves quickly, connects ideas that others would never think to link, finds the words or shapes or melodies or solutions that others miss entirely. But this gift, like all gifts, requires use. It requires attention and investment, and the willingness to be imperfect in the process of becoming skilled. And what is approaching right now is a set of circumstances, a moment of space and invitation and inner readiness that will give you the perfect conditions to actually begin, or if you have already begun, to take the next meaningful step. Pay attention in the coming days and weeks to what lights you up creatively. Not what you think should interest you, not what seems most practical or most impressive, but what genuinely makes time disappear when you engage with it. That thing, whatever it is for you specifically, is the direction of this opportunity. The universe is not asking you to be great immediately. It is asking you to be willing. It is asking you to pick up the thing you keep putting down and give it your honest attention for long enough to see what it might become. What it becomes may genuinely surprise you. The creative path opening for Gemini right now has the potential to bring not only joy but real, lasting impact on your life in ways that will only become clear once you are already a little way down the road. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Opportunity 3. An opportunity for financial expansion is approaching Gemini, and it is coming from a direction that you would not typically think to look. This is not about a traditional raise, not about the most obvious route to more resources. This is about something more lateral, more unexpected, more tied to your particular set of skills and knowledge in a way that others might not immediately see, but that you, once you look at it directly, will recognize as something genuinely viable. Gemini is a sign of information and communication, of understanding things quickly, of being able to explain complex ideas in ways that others can grasp, of navigating between different kinds of people and different kinds of worlds with ease. These are skills with real value, and the opportunity approaching right now is one that recognizes and rewards exactly those skills. It may come in the form of an offer, an idea, a need in your immediate environment that you happen to be uniquely positioned to fill. It may look small at first, not the big dramatic financial shift you might imagine when you think about expansion. But do not let the modest first appearance fool you. What begins small right now has the potential to grow in ways that will significantly change your financial picture over the next several months. The mindset shift required to receive this opportunity is one that moves from thinking about money as something you wait for to thinking about money as something you actively position yourself to receive. You have more leverage right now than you realize, more skills, more knowledge, more relationships, more creative capability than the average person in your position. The opportunity is asking you to recognize this about yourself and then to act on it. To step forward rather than waiting. To offer rather than hoping to be asked. To see the gap between what exists and what is needed, and to position yourself as the solution to that gap. The financial opportunity is real, but it will not knock on your door unless you have already moved your hand toward the knob. Opportunity 4. A door is opening in the area of learning. A very specific, very well-timed opportunity to gain knowledge or develop a skill that will pay dividends not just immediately, but for the rest of your life. And for Gemini, who is naturally drawn to ideas and information, this is one of the opportunities most likely to be genuinely exciting, rather than feeling like an obligation or a task. The particular area of learning approaching you right now has to do with something you have been vaguely curious about for a while, something on the edge of your awareness, something you have returned to in passing without ever committing to it fully. The universe is now creating the conditions for you to commit. The information, the teacher, the resource, the time, the inspiration, some combination of these things is about to align in a way that makes it not just possible but natural for you to dive in. This is not accidental. This is the universe responding to a desire you have been holding, sometimes consciously and sometimes beneath the surface, for longer than you may realize. What you learn in this window will do more than just add to your existing store of knowledge. It will shift something fundamental about how you see a certain aspect of your world, and that shift will open doors in your thinking, your conversations, your work, and your sense of yourself that would have stayed closed without it. Learning for Gemini is never purely intellectual. It is also deeply personal, deeply connected to your sense of who you are and what you are capable of. This particular learning opportunity has the potential to expand that sense of yourself in a lasting way. Stay open to it. Stay curious. And when the opportunity presents itself, when the book, the course, the conversation, the mentor appears, do not tell yourself you will get to it later. Later will not have the same energy that right now carries. Right now is the window. Step through it. Opportunity 5. There is an opportunity approaching for Gemini to heal something in a relationship that has been carrying an unspoken weight. Something that has not quite been addressed, that has been living between two people in the form of awkwardness or distance or unresolved feeling. And the approaching opportunity is not about forcing a conversation or manufacturing a moment of resolution. It is about a natural opening that the universe is creating, a shift in circumstances or in the other person's readiness, that will make it possible for something old and heavy to finally be released. You may already know which relationship this is about. You may have had a sense for some time that something between you and a particular person is unfinished, that there are words that need to be spoken, or simply a willingness to soften that needs to be expressed. The opportunity approaching is not demanding that you perform any specific action. It is simply asking you to be open, to recognize the moment when it comes, to step into it rather than past it, to allow yourself to be a little more vulnerable than you might naturally be comfortable with. For Gemini, relational healing sometimes requires slowing down enough to really feel what is present between you and another person, rather than moving quickly on to the next topic or the next exchange. The opportunity ahead is asking you to slow down, to linger, to let the healing that wants to happen actually happen without redirecting it or intellectualizing it away. The relationship that stands to be healed right now carries the potential to become one of the most nourishing and genuine connections in your life, but only if you are willing to let it go through this necessary passage first. The opening is coming. Be ready to meet it with your whole self. Opportunity 6. A very quiet but very important opportunity is approaching for Gemini in the area of physical vitality, a window during which the changes you make to your body and your daily rhythms will take root with unusual depth and lasting effect. This is not about a dramatic overhaul or an extreme commitment to some rigid program. It is about something gentler and more sustainable, a renewed relationship with the way you inhabit your physical body, with the rhythms and habits and choices that shape how you feel from the inside. Gemini can sometimes live quite thoroughly in the mind, in thoughts, in words, in the world of ideas, in a way that means the body sometimes gets less attention than it deserves. What is approaching now is an invitation to come back into the body with more care, more consistency, more genuine appreciation for the physical experience of being alive. This might show up as a renewed interest in movement, or in nourishment, or in sleep, or in breath. It might be as simple as a decision to spend more time outdoors, to slow down in the mornings, to be more deliberate about what you put in and on your body. Whatever form it takes, the key is that this window right now carries a particularly receptive energy, meaning that the habits you begin during this period are unusually likely to stick. The body is ready to respond. The vitality that has perhaps felt a little sluggish or inconsistent lately is ready to return, and it is ready to return with the kind of steadiness that you have not always been able to maintain around physical health practices. Take advantage of this window. Start small if that feels more manageable, but start. The opportunity for real, lasting physical renewal is here. And Gemini, you deserve to feel well in your body. Not just intellectually alive, but physically vibrant, energized, present in your physical form in a way that supports everything else you are doing and growing into. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Opportunity 7. There is a professional or vocational opportunity approaching for Gemini that involves being seen in a new way, recognized for a capability or a quality that you have had all along, but that has not yet been fully acknowledged by the people around you. This recognition is not something you will need to chase or manufacture. It is something that is already beginning to move toward you as a result of the work and the growth and the showing up that you have been doing. The question is not whether it will arrive, but whether you will allow yourself to receive it when it does. Many Geminis carry a complicated relationship with being in the spotlight, comfortable enough in social situations, skilled enough with words and presentation, but sometimes quietly uncertain about whether they truly deserve the kind of recognition that their gifts merit. This uncertainty can create a subtle self-undermining pattern, where opportunities for visibility are met with deflection rather than receptivity. The approaching opportunity is asking you to break that pattern, to let yourself be seen, to allow the people who can see your value to see it fully, without apologizing for it or minimizing it. The professional door that is opening right now is one that requires your full presence, not the edited, careful, playing it safe version of you, but the version that is genuinely knowledgeable, genuinely capable, genuinely engaged with what you do and why you do it. That is the version of you that this opportunity is responding to. Show up as that version. Let the work you have done speak at its full volume rather than whispering it. The recognition that is coming will feel much more meaningful when you allow yourself to believe you deserve it, because you do. And the momentum that recognition creates will carry you considerably farther down the road than where you currently stand. Opportunity 8. An opportunity for inner peace, for a genuine and lasting settling of something that has been restless and churning inside you, is approaching for Gemini, and it is coming not through resolution of external circumstances, but through a shift in how you relate to those circumstances. This is one of the most significant opportunities on this list because everything else in your life is affected by the quality of your inner state. When the inside settles, the outside shifts. When you find genuine peace, not forced contentment, not resigned acceptance, but actual peace, every other area of your life responds. For Gemini, the inner world can sometimes feel like a very busy place. Multiple thoughts running simultaneously, different perspectives competing for attention, a constant motion of ideas and feelings and questions. This is part of what makes your mind so remarkable, but it can also make genuine stillness feel elusive, and the absence of stillness can create a low-level fatigue that affects everything from your decisions to your relationships to your ability to enjoy the life you are actually living. The opportunity approaching is a natural quieting, a period during which the churning settles somewhat on its own, and during which the practices and choices you make to support your inner peace will be unusually effective. This is a window for meditation, for journaling, for honest reflection, for the kinds of conversations with trusted people that help you process what has been accumulating inside you. The peace that is available to you right now is not temporary. It is the kind that once found tends to stay, the kind that becomes a new baseline rather than a brief reprieve. Seek it actively. Welcome it. Let this window be the one in which you actually find the inner quiet that you have been reaching toward for a long time. Opportunity 9. There is an opportunity approaching for Gemini around a specific decision that has been waiting, something you have been circling around, thinking about from many angles, weighing and reconsidering, without quite arriving at a clear sense of what to do. The approaching opportunity is not the answer itself. The universe does not typically hand those over directly, but it is a piece of information, a conversation, a moment of clarity, a felt sense of direction that will make the decision suddenly feel much clearer than it has felt before. Decisions are sometimes difficult for Gemini not because of lack of intelligence or even lack of direction, but because your mind is genuinely capable of seeing merit in multiple directions simultaneously, of building an equally compelling case for staying and for going, for saying yes and for saying no. This capacity for nuanced thinking is a gift, but in the context of a decision that needs to be made, it can keep you in a holding pattern longer than serves you. What is approaching will cut through that holding pattern. It will arrive, quietly, simply, without fanfare, and something will shift. You will feel a clarity that the weeks of deliberation could not produce. And when you feel it, trust it. Do not immediately subject it to more analysis. Do not immediately look for the counterargument. Simply trust the clarity as it arrives. Let it move you into action, and then step forward with the confidence that comes from genuine inner alignment. The decision you make in the clarity of this approaching moment will be one that serves you well, not just in the short term but in the larger arc of what you are building and becoming. Opportunity 10. An opportunity for creative or professional collaboration is approaching Gemini. A chance to work alongside someone whose strengths genuinely complement yours, whose way of seeing things fills in the gaps in your own vision, and whose energy amplifies rather than diminishes what you bring to a shared endeavor. True creative partnership is rare, and what is approaching now has the particular quality of being genuinely matched. Not just two people working in the same direction, but two people whose combined capacity is greater than either of them working alone. For Gemini, collaboration can sometimes be tricky because of your self-sufficiency and your speed of thought. You can sometimes move faster than your collaborators, and the need to match paces can feel frustrating. But the collaboration approaching now involves someone who can actually keep up with you, who challenges you in the right ways, who will not slow you down but will actually help you go deeper and further than you would on your own. This is a rare thing. Recognize it when it arrives and invest in it fully. The opportunity this collaboration creates extends beyond the immediate project or shared goal. It creates a relationship with someone who will remain valuable and meaningful to you well into the future. It is the beginning of a professional or creative bond that will prove to be one of the most productive and personally satisfying of your life. Be open to the unexpected form this might take. The collaboration may not look at first like what you imagine when you think of a creative partnership. It may appear sideways, in a context where collaboration was not initially part of the plan. Stay flexible. Stay open. The right person for this is already in motion toward you. Opportunity 11. The 11th and final unexpected opportunity approaching Gemini is the most personal of all of them, and in many ways it is the one that makes everything else possible, the opportunity to truly, finally, fully believe in yourself. Not in a performance of confidence, not in the face you put on for the world, but in the quiet, settled, unshakable inner knowing that you are exactly who you need to be to receive everything that is approaching your life right now. This kind of belief does not arrive all at once. It builds in moments, in small decisions where you choose yourself, in conversations where you stay honest instead of retreating, in mornings where you show up for the things that matter to you even when it would be easier not to. The approaching opportunity is a series of these moments, arriving in close enough succession that you will begin to notice the pattern. You will begin to notice that you are choosing yourself more often, that your self-trust is strengthening, that the voice that used to second-guess everything is growing quieter while another voice, steadier, warmer, clearer, is growing louder. This internal shift is the foundation upon which all the other 10 opportunities will land most powerfully. A new connection lands differently when you believe you deserve good people in your life. A creative opportunity blossoms differently when you believe you are genuinely capable of something beautiful. A financial opening widens when you believe you are worth the abundance it carries. Everything that is approaching Gemini right now will be received more fully, more completely, more joyfully when the foundation of self-belief is solid beneath it. And that foundation is being laid right now, one small chosen moment at a time. Trust it, tend it, let it grow. You have two options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are. Gemini, these 11 opportunities are not hypothetical. They are not distant possibilities depending on conditions that may never arrive. They are already in motion. They are already finding their way toward you. Your part in this is to stay open, stay aware, stay willing to recognize them in whatever form they appear, even when, especially when, they do not look exactly like what you expected. The universe is not always conventional in how it delivers what you need, but it is almost always precise. What is coming for you right now is precisely what you need, precisely when you need it. Be ready, be open, be here fully and completely for what is already on its way.